Hey guys, Whitney here. I want to thank you so much for making your purchases, especially the 3D mascara. I have done a couple demos before, but every time I look over them, I think this one is not good enough, this one is not good enough. So I want to do one more. I'm focusing solely on the mascara, and I'm going to make it really, really quick so it's easy to watch and you get your basics of how to apply the mascara properly. The first thing that you want to know is you've got your two tubes. You've got your transplanting gel and you've got your fibers. You want to put the transplanting gel on just like your regular mascara. You can do a coat of your own mascara before. You want to make that thin if you do that. You can also apply this as a coat of mascara, let it dry, and then start the process. Or you can just go straight into it. I used to use a different mascara. I used to use this as a base. Now I just go into it. I find that I don't really need to do a coat before this. I don't really see that much of a difference. And I like the fact that these are my natural products and I'm not using anything else underneath them that has some chemicals in them. So you're going to do your transplanting gel. Immediately after, while it is wet, you're going to put your fibers on. This is what your fibers are going to look like. If you have a problem where it's all on the tip, you want to take a look inside this tube here, and you want to make sure that, number one, it's full if you just got it. You also want to make sure that you don't have a clump. If you do have a clump, you can try to wiggle this around in there. You can kind of try to stir it around. And if you really need to, use something like a paper clip and straighten it out to get rid of that chunk. But if you just bought it, you should not have that problem. So as soon as you put the fibers on, you can go back to the transplanting gel. Now there's not as much of a rush in between these two because you want the fibers to stick to the first coat and you don't want to end up pulling them off with the final coat of the transplanting gel. It's also really important that you do some straight up and down just upward strokes with your transplanting gel, just like this, and from the top down. You don't want to wiggle it too much at the end of your lashes because then you're going to end up pulling the fibers off or clumping together. Wiggling is not a problem. I have said this before, I always wiggle my brush, but when you're doing the final coat, you want to be a little more careful about it. So I'm going to go ahead and at least do one eye and show you guys, and happy mascara. Okay, so you'll see that I did get a little bit on my upper lid, and I will just go back with a Q-tip. You can see how easily I just wiped that off. This transplanting gel comes off a lot easier than the old just the regular 3D, and I really like that. You'll also notice that I went from the top and from the bottom with the transplanting gel for my sealing coat. I do that because even though you don't always apply fibers from the top, some of them can kind of sneak their way up there, and you want to make sure that everything is sealed in so it doesn't end up on your face or in your eyes. And also, I only put transplanting gel on the bottom. You can do fibers, but I prefer most of the time just the transplanting gel. I want most of the attention to be on my top lashes and not my bottom, plus my bottom lashes are fairly long, so I don't feel that I need to add them. So you can see there's a great difference in my lashes. That's with two coats, nothing underneath. And I'm gonna go ahead and finish my other eye. Thank you guys so much for watching. And again, you can catch me on Facebook at Whitney's Wonderful Unique, or on my site at uniqueproducts.com/Whitney Long. Thank you. Bye-bye.